Hi guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric, and I am here today to do a top 5 video. So similar to my favorite protein bars video, which I will link up above. Somebody, I believe on that video, commented, and I meant to look up their name and I forgot, and too lazy to stop. Anyways, someone suggested I do like a top or my favorite crunchy salty snacks, which I thought was a cool idea, and yeah, so I decided to do that. Looking a little bit whatever today, it's Saturday, and I did a workout class this morning, and then I showered, and then I've been doing nothing all day, and it's been great. I'm wearing this new shirt that, or new to me, that Hello VSG 2016, I'll link her places, sent to me, and it's so comfortable, and it's gonna be perfect for working out. Ooh, and it has thumb holes. I love thumb holes. Anyways, I don't even know when this video is gonna post, so we'll see. Anyways, so these are my favorite crunchy salty snacks. I've got my top 5, and then I'm actually gonna do some like bonus suggestions at the end. So to start, we have got pork rinds and or pork cracklins. So pork rinds are fried pork skins. Pork cracklings, or chicharrones, as they are also called, are like pork rinds, but they also have the pork fat attached to it, so they're a little bit harder sometimes in texture. I am pickier with my cracklins. I don't always like them, so I'm particular about the brand. But anyways, either pork rinds or pork cracklins. Another point is that pork rinds tend to have slightly better stats because they have a little bit less fat than the cracklins. Anyways, both of these are great options. They're super low carb. I also have these cinnamon ones that I really like, but they're not salty, so we won't talk about them. But stats for pork rinds are pretty similar, so I'll just read you these, and they're probably going to be similar for most kinds. But for half an ounce, it's 80 calories, 5 fat, 0 carb, 8 protein. So pretty great stats, low carb, very crunchy. This is my favorite kind. The Max brand and the barbecue are really good. Great to dip into things if that's your something you like. But I actually have these quite frequently at night. I tend to get like after I have my sweet dessert, I tend to want something salty and crunchy. So these are great because for a serving it's only 80 calories, so they're lower calorie than some of the other options you might have, and they totally satisfy my my need for crunch. I never ate pork rinds growing up. I think it's not uncommon, especially if you're not in the South. Culturally, you know, like in the Pacific Northwest, pork rinds are not super common. It's actually kind of hard to find them. But since the surgery, I've discovered them. I actually really enjoy them. My second thing is Parm Crisps. So we've got this brand. My favorite are the Cello Wisps. You can get this big bag at Costco. This is the barbecue bacon cheese flavor, which is also amazing, which I got online, but you can also get, I've seen them at Walmart, and they have a whole bunch of different flavors. But basically just crunchy cheese. Moon Cheese is also another really good brand. I don't have any with me. It's a little bit higher in, the stats aren't quite as good. You don't get as many for how many calories it is. So I'll just read the Wisp stats for an ounce. It's 150 calories, 10 fat, 1 carb, 13 protein. So again, pretty decent stats. I love these to dip things in. I love them with like my tuna salad for a bit of crunch, dipping them in that, or that Trader Joe's bacon cheddar ranch, or if you like hummus, they'd be good in that. These are amazing. You can also make your own cheese crisps. It's super easy to make them, but if you're making them yourself, you gotta eat them right away, and I'm just a little bit lazy. So I really like these. I tend to get the bags from Costco. Yeah, cheese crisps, really good, crunchy. If you haven't had one before, I'm just like show you, like, you can kind of, I kind of go through phases. Like, I haven't had this probably in like 2 weeks, and they're so good. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna eat. I already have my snack. Actually, dinner soon. Anyways, Number 3 is protein chips. So I actually have a video about where I do like a protein chip taste test, and I kind of talk about my favorites. So I'll link that above. I really like, so these are my 2 favorites that I regularly eat are the health-wise protein chips. My favorite flavors are the Pizza Crunch or the Barbecue Crunch. And then I also like the K's Natural Chips. This is Crispy Parmesan. My favorite is the Nacho Chili Cheese. These kind of taste a little bit like pita chips in terms of like texture. The Quest tortilla style protein chips and nacho cheese are not bad. They're not my favorite, but they kind of taste like Doritos. I like them like on a taco salad, for example. So yeah, there are a bunch of different kinds of protein chips. I'm going to read you the stats for, the Quest ones you can find like at GNC, Walmart sometimes. Both of these, the K's Natural and Health-Wise, I buy online at Bariatric Pal. So I'll read you the stats for the Quest ones just because those are the ones you'd most likely be able to find somewhere. But for a whole bag, it's 140 calories, 6 fat, 5 total carbs, 1 fiber, so 4 net carbs, and 18 protein. So pretty decent stats. They've got a decent crunch to them. The flavor is really good. The texture is what I don't love, but for like these other ones, like these are amazing to me. I eat these all the time. And if you want to hear more about my thoughts, you can check out that video I linked earlier. Okay, item number 4 are nuts. So I don't eat nuts that often because they are fairly calorie dense. It's just harder to fit it into my macros, but I do usually have some on hand, and I often take them with me for traveling because you can get them more easily than these other ones in a travel-sized pouch that is a little bit more stable. Like these chips, you know, they can crush more easily. My favorite nuts to eat are almonds and peanuts, as I feel like they have the best macros for what I'm into. I also don't like some of the other, like I don't like pistachios, I don't like cashews anyways. Macadamia nuts are great, but they're pretty high fat, low protein. So these are kind of like peanuts and almonds I feel like have kind of some of the better protein ratios. So this is one of my favorite flavors. These are the Blue Diamond Bold in salt and vinegar. So good if you've got like a salt and vinegar chip craving. These totally, for me, satisfy it. These are Peanuts Pazoots. I actually haven't tried them yet. I just got them because they were on sale for 75 cents at GNC. But this is just like a package of peanuts. I really like all of the Blue Diamond flavors, and I like them when they come in these individual ones. Legendary Foods, their bacon cheddar almonds are also super good. So just for these stats, because you can find these at, I got this at like a convenience store or like a drugstore. But for a package, it is 250 calories, 23 fat, 8 total carb, 4 fiber, 2 sugar, so that is 4 net carbs, and 8 protein. So decent stats, good for a bit of crunch. I like that when they come, you know, in different flavors, and they're really great for traveling. All right, so then my final top 5 salty crunchy snack. And this one's like more specific than the other ones, which are the Enlightened Bean Crisps. So this is the Mesquite Barbecue and the Sea Salt. These are my 2 favorite flavors. This is like a little 1 ounce individual serving. I got these online on their actual site. I have never seen them anywhere in stores. But these bags you can get at like GNC, maybe Vitamin Shop. I've seen them even at like my Safeway has. This is actually where I got these ones. And they have a ton of other flavors as well. These are just my 2 favorites. And I'll read you the stats for an ounce. So a serving, which is this whole thing, it's 100 calories, 3 fat, 15 total carbs, 5 fiber, 1 sugar, so 10 net carbs, and 7 protein. Smidge higher on the carbs than the other items, but I don't feel bad about it. It's their broad bean crisps. So, I mean, it's from a vegetable, and I am totally fine getting my carbs from that way, or from, you know, a bean. And they're just really tasty. They're really good. They say you can put them in like soups or salads. I don't love them that way just because they can be kind of big, but I think it'd be okay on a salad. I like eating these with like cottage cheese when I want something crunchy, or again with my tuna salad. They're just like a really good crunch. I actually love these. And the barbecue flavor is legit. So yeah, those are my top 5 salty crunchy snacks that are fairly macro friendly. Another thing I didn't mention because I don't personally like it is making your own pepperoni chips. So a lot of people will take like pepperoni, which I don't like pepperoni, but they'll take that and they'll microwave it until it gets crispy. So that is a good option. You can also make your own low carb or, you know, more health conscious chips using wonton wrappers, so like homemade wonton crisps. A lot of people will get like the low carb lavash bread or pita bread or low carb tortillas, and they'll cut them up and put them in the oven or the air fryer or what have you, and make their own low carb chips that way. So those are also a good option. Some other things as well are things like edamame or chickpea. These are like sweet cinnamon chickpeas. I've actually never tried them. I got them before surgery. Yeah, they expired in March. But like, so for an ounce of these chickpeas, it's 120 calories, 3 fat, 18 total carb, 5 fiber, 4 sugar. So that is 12 net carb and 6 protein. So a little bit less good stats, not as great stats, but okay. Edamame, freeze-dried edamame is also another one. I think those have slightly better stats than chickpea. I just don't have any on hand. I don't love it. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. Another option that's, again, not as great but not terrible is like popcorn. So this is the Skinny Pop, and for an ounce of this, it's 140 calories, 8 fat, 14 carb, 3 fiber, 1 sugar, so that's 11 net carbs, 3 protein. So a lot of people have problems with popcorn because it's kind of a slider food, and it's like one of their trigger foods. For me, popcorn has never been a trigger food. I like it okay, but it's never something I crave, so I don't have a problem having a small amount. And what I like about popcorn is like an ounce is a lot of popcorn, and so even though it might not necessarily like fill me up a lot, sometimes what I want mentally is to feel like I'm eating a lot of food, which I'm working on. But I do like that about popcorn is like I have a whole big thing for one serving where I can like eat it pretty slowly and like feel like I had a big amount, even if like mentally, even if like physically it didn't fill me up as much as an ounce of meat would, for example. So yeah, I think that's kind of everything. Those are sort of my main recommendations for when you are craving something salty and crunchy, because I get it. I definitely have those cravings. And like I said, my top 5, those are things that I regularly eat, except for the nuts, but you know, I do work those into my diet on occasion. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful in some way. Let me know what your guys' favorite crunchy, salty snacks are. I'm going to say that like a majillion times. Sorry if that's annoying. But I'm always looking for new things to try. So if you guys have any good recommendations or suggestions, please do leave those below. And if you have any suggestions or requests for other kinds of videos like this or not like this that you'd like to see me do, let me know. Like I said, this was a suggestion from somebody who watched my videos, and I thought it was fun, and I really enjoyed pulling all of this together. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I messed that up. Sorry. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!